So what number are you getting on yours?
17, 16, 17, which tells me it's probably bred.
And you got full bars in terms of depth.
It's super deep.
We're at a spot today that had Revolutionary War activity, and it was also a picnic grove from the early 1800s through the mid 1800s. A lot of interesting finds here. A lot of it is very deep. This place has been hit very well, but we continue to find stuff, especially with the better machines. I'm going to talk about some of the settings as well with the D2.
Okay.
Oh, you're getting a much better signal than I am.
Now this is a multi-frequency, and I'm getting an 83, 84 deep. Now here's the pinpoint. So it's got a nice deep signal, but I'm going to go to 4 kilohertz now.
Ah.
Charlie with his CTX was in relic mode, and the sensitivity was cranked all the way up.
Well, that's a nice signal right there.
This signal sounds familiar because I pulled out several of the British brown bess musket balls, the larger ones that they used during the Rev War. When I say larger, the bore of their guns was larger than the U.S. These musket balls are pretty much dropped condition in this area. And this one was probably sounding about 8 to 10 inches down, at least. It's a big chunk of lead. They're about an ounce, but they give a nice signal.
It's still screaming.
Wow. Oh, I see it. I see it. You called it. You called it, Charlie. Look at that. Beautiful brown bess. Very nice. Wow, these are big. That's a big bore right there. Look at that.
They are deep.
Very nice, Charlie.
Charlie calls me over after landing 2 Barber dimes in one hole.
I love seeing that silver.
It made my day.
Look at this.
I thought I'm never going to find anything with this.
Look at this, 1908.
No 18s, huh?
With there's a mint mark on that. That 1908's got a mint mark. And this one, no mint mark. Let's see what date this is. It'll be really light with it. 1907. 1907, 1908. Nice job, Charlie. Excellent. Excellent, excellent.
When Charlie says he thought he wasn't going to find anything with this, he had already hit this place hard with the CTX, and his Equinox had actually gone bad. The battery didn't hold the charge for some reason, so he had to use the CTX as a backup today. This was a great signal, but I didn't have the external speaker on. So this was very deep. It read great in the general search mode, but then when I put it on mono 4, it sounded even better. I'm searching in general where I get the original hit. Then I'll go ahead and with one push of a button, switch over to my custom mono 4 kilohertz. And what I find is on the high conductive targets, I will get a better sound, but the number will be all over the place. On these real deep ones, it'll jump up to 97, but the sound is really good, and that's what I go by. In this case, that's just what happened here. Started off getting a nice 91, 92 signal, and then I switched to 4 kilohertz, and I get a beautiful high-pitched tone, but the number's off the map. It's up to 97, 98, but it ends up being a good target.
Whew, look at that. Big deep signal. A copper. Can't tell what it is, but we have gotten King George's out of here.
This ended up being a hard times token from 1835. On one side it says millions for defense, not 1 cent for tribute.
Wow. Charlie, gotta listen to this. I'm getting a deep 92 in general, and in 4 kilohertz, getting a 94, 95. Wow. Charlie, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. This has got excellent depth, and it could be a dime or a copper.
I was saying before about the mono 4 kilohertz giving you a real high number when it's very, very deep and still sounding good. But if your target is not as deep, like in this case, it might be 8 inches down, you're going to get more of an accurate number reading in the mono 4 kilohertz.
Still no, huh?
Oh, I got it. In this last clump.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I
It's
see
coin.
silver. I see silver. I see a silver dime. It's a merc that deep. That was a merc. Wow. That was a merc that deep. It's an old one though. 1923, in nice shape.
Nice.
Nice shape. Look at that.
Beautiful. I
Wow.
love it.
You can hear there was garbage all around this signal. It was hard to actually get a pinpoint at first. Once you zero in on it, it came back at a 92 with decent depth.
Ooh, another copper.
$12.34,
Yeah, that's an Indian, right?
35.
Could be.
Wouldn't be surprised at all.
I was getting a solid 82 with decent depth, and usually that reads like an Indian penny.
Look at that, still down there, blasting loud. Get underneath
The
it.
deeper it is, the better I like it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
'Cause you know
Look
it's
at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's a button. Heavy button.
It's 1840s.
They're red like a penny.
Maybe it's an eagle on it. See if there's an eagle. I could tell by the back.
Yeah,
that
it's
not
an
red
old.
wool.
Yeah, it's definitely 1800s.
Eagle?
I can't tell, Charlie, without my glasses. There's something on it, but you know how you see shadows?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just a thick flat button.
Very deep, 90 in general, at 4 kilohertz. Beautiful. 93, 94, bounces around a little. Let's hear the pinpoint. Got good depth.
Right before I started digging, I put the edge of the coil right over where the target was, and then I hit pinpoint again to detune it so I get a smaller pinpoint signal, and you could hear that. After digging down a long ways, I start getting it with the probe, and it was going to be a good conductive target. I was thinking more like a relic, like maybe a buckle.
I'm up to here on the probe. We are down there. Wow, I see at the bottom of the hole, I see some green. Got it out. Oh, there it is.
Ended up being a rosette, but there's no markings on it or anything definitive.
90 to 91. Want to try it? It's got some depth right here. It's almost like there's two signals, one here and one here. But that, I think, might be something deep enough to be good. What do you think?
Oh, 40, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I would dig that no
Yeah.
matter what. If it's got any depth on it, I'm having a hard time finding the depth on this.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's still in the hole after taking out the plug.
But that's when I get excited.
Yep.
If it's in the plug, I just put it back now. I don't even look anymore. Unless it was a great signal.
Yeah, it sounded good though.
That sounded great.
Nope, I don't hear it yet.
Well, that's a great sign.
Yep, down there.
All right. That's going to be something good. Oh, I see green.
Ooh. What's that?
Coin?
It's a coin.
Silver?
I think. I can't tell. No, maybe it's a token. Oh, it scared me.
Damn, I thought it was going to be a piece of Spanish copper for sure.
Look at that.
That's a nice...
That's a Victorian pin. It's
that
a
is
silver-plated Victorian pin. Look at the work on that.
gorgeous.
Is that something?
Wow. Face and all. Woo.
Yeah. That is, you could tell the silver plating's on one side, is copper on the other.
Did a very light cleaning on this. You can see the before and then after, just using a soft toothbrush with a little soap. You can see there was no silver plating on the back of this Art Nouveau pin.
Locks on 83 in general, and only jumps about 85, 86 at 4 kilohertz.
If you notice, this one did not sound as deep when we went to pinpoint, and it read like a musket ball, about an 83 in general, and it only jumped up to about an 86 in 4 kilohertz.
There it is, another musket ball. That one looks like it's got some teeth marks.
Looks like one of the British soldiers was biting this bullet.
This one's reading higher, 85.
Right next to that shallow musket ball, I get this 85 signal blasting loud, and it was from the same time period.
Ooh. Look at this. It's like King George.
I can see the outline that it is a King George copper, but there's no detail. It was worn virtually flat. That's why I read so low.
This is a typical musket ball, not that deep. What do you get in number wise?
37.
Yeah?
I dug a huge hunk of lead before.
Yeah.
White. But that's going to be good, Joe.
I'm getting a solid 83.
It's going to be very visible.
Here we go. Right in here. There it is, see it?
Musket ball it is.
Just read it, just read just like that. It's another brown bess. Unbelievable. Another 83.
Not a basketball?
Yeah, it's an 83, so it's locking on. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Another dropped brown bass. Sounds like another ball. Crazy. It's not locking on the same way, but it's deeper. That's probably why. There it is.
This one was quite a surprise. It read 88 to 89, wasn't that deep. Nice, small, tight signal that was very conductive.
Uh-oh. That looks like silver.
See,
See, it's in great condition.
look at the condition.
Yeah.
1839.
Definitely a little banged up, but you could tell it was dropped in nice shape. This one sounded great in 4 kilohertz in general and also deep high conductor. So we knew we were going to get something out here. You could tell with the old metal pinpoint it had some depth as well.
Huh. Going around 88. That's deep. Oh. Another one. Look at that. It was down there, probably a good 8 inches. And the dirt was a little gravelly, like they moved it around, but it was still there. But I don't know what that is. I'll soak it in peroxide when I get home.
Yeah, but this is in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they should clean up.
On that. Might
Yeah.
be one of those tokens. I've got tokens
Yes,
up there too.
yes, that's what it looks like, more like a token.
Sure enough, this was a token. It's a province of Nova Scotia, 1832 halfpenny token. As you can see, it didn't corrode like the others. This one came out in nice shape and it gave the best signal of all the 4 coppers that came out today. Hope you enjoyed these 20 minutes of highlights from our 5-hour hunt today. This place has been hit before. There's a lot of iron here, but going back with the good machines, we're still pulling stuff out. Charlie does much better with his Equinox than with the CTX. He'll be back out with the Equinox next time. And I'll be back with the D2. So we'll hopefully get through this deep freeze that's coming up this weekend and get back out there shortly.